Hi everyone, I just thought I'd show you the serial tool I've created with Visual Studio. It's to work with my Arduino and read the serial data, and I've added a few functions that the Arduino IDE serial monitor doesn't have. You can disable the auto restart once you open the serial connection, which is useful if you've got a project running and you want to maintain its current state rather than resetting it when you open the serial monitor. You've obviously got your auto scroll, so once you start it, it will either maintain the cursor position and push the text up, or if you disable it, it will just stay where it is and you'd have to scroll down manually. Now this new line and carriage return, that only works if we're detecting the new line, so we're detecting the \n or the \r, carriage return or new line, and once detected that we can add an additional one to the end just to space the data out. Within these two boxes, you've got choosing the baud rate and choosing a COM port. This does show all the given COM ports connected to the PC, so you can go down and select your current device, and if it's not listed and you've just plugged it in with the program running, you can click redetect and it will search all the COM ports again. Over here, we've got our search function. We can search for all the data between a given character, number, or word. After, we can do the same kind of thing. We can search for all the data after a given character, number, or word. And the array mode. That's to search for data such as something like a CSV format, or you might not be using commas, you might be using a hash symbol, or a $sign, or even a word. So you can enter in a given character or word, or number again, and tell it to find all the occurrences between those, and it will place it into a listed array that you can search for all the results. As I explained earlier on, we've got this, detecting for the new line. Now this is quite important because it's two different ways that this tool works. It either reads the line, and like I said, searches for the carriage return, a new line sequence, or it just reads all the data. Now, there's an interesting problem that's been happening with this, where the Arduino is sending just one character. I'll show you. I'll open up my Arduino IDE. Now, I tell it to send one print line, and using the detect new line, we can get the whole line. Here we go. So this line here. If I use print line, that's fine. It will detect it all. If we just use serial.print, then in that case, it would fail to get the whole string. For some reason, and only random amounts, would be split up. It's nothing to do with the serial buffer. It might say only get the first comma, and then it might get that much, and then that much, and that much. And it would treat them as separate received texts. Now this is fine because I'm appending it to the rich text box, so you wouldn't actually notice it when viewing it. But if you wanted to search for the data, well, you may only be getting that much data instead of the whole data string, and therefore it may fail to find what you wanted, which isn't ideal. So for that, if you deselect the search for or detect for new line, you can't use these advanced features here, and instead all you'll be able to do is just search for a number, word, or character in the strings received. We've also got a send function where you can send data to the Arduino over serial. Obviously you can close your connection, and you can restart the MCU at any time, MCU being microcontroller unit, in our case an Arduino. We can clear all the data on the screen, and here a more advanced function, we can actually flash a hex file to all the major Arduinos, including the Mega 2560. I have the Arduino running and connected to my COM port, so I'll open up the tool now. Just drag it over to the window. Here we go. So as you can see, it starts on a default baud rate of 115200, being, I've never actually read it to be honest. I suppose that's 11,000, no, It's 100 and something thousand. Oh, it's a bit too late for me. Anyway, so you got your 11250, and then it's showing the COM port selected. As I said, I've only got one Arduino in my PC, so it's only going to show this given COM port. Click redetect, of course, it's just going to show. Ooh, well, that's an error. I need to search. Well, you always find bugs at the last minute. We've got our devices that we could flash. But anyway, let's just start the program. Now we're using print line, so we can add a new character to it and nicely separate the lines, which is good. Now I'll show you what it's actually receiving. If we deselect new line, it does read all the data. Ah yes, we're still using print line. I'd have to refresh the device. So be it. Either way, we've got our search functions. We've got our data being received. And we can obviously unset the auto scroll. And it will just stay there. And we'd have to go back down. We can reset these MCU. Here we saw it saying starting just there. Where it was there. You can do it again one more time. You have to be quick to watch it. There it is. What else can we do? Obviously we can clear all the data. Now we can use our search functions. So as you can see at the beginning here, I'll probably just show you an Arduino. We've got a CSV format here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is all number 7. Note there's no comma after that. So let's try and search for that. So we're going to use the array mode and search for the commas. There we go. We've got the first, the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and all the data from there, which is what we want. It's just using a wraparound, so there's just going to be showing the zip lines if it's too long. Now we can clear the search. Let's search for between. Between what? It's got to be on the same string, so really we should search between. Let's just do a comma again. It's going to find the first occurrence, obviously, being test. Yep. Can we search for anything else? Anything unique? There we've got some 7s. Let's search for that. There we go. Got all the data between there. Just a default search now. Let's just search for something that's not going to work to prove this is how it is. So let's do this with 2 S's. No, obviously not going to find it because it's not 2 S's. Let's remove one of the S's. There we go. Found it straight away. Clear the search. What haven't we done? I think I did all the ones, didn't I? I've done between and after. Let's just do anything. So let's just find after the word and we should get this is the third line. There we go. Clear the search. Oh, I accidentally closed the connection. I thought I clicked the reset button. Anyway. So I wanted to clear that. Oh no, I know what I'm doing now. That's the clear button. Sorry, it's quite late over here. Clear, and then reset. There we go. Just wanted to see that working. Now you can't flash whilst this COM port's open because you get COM port busy error. I could use an exception and actually close that, but that would confuse the user as to why they're not reading text anymore. So I thought I'd leave that out. What I'm using an R3 right now, so let's flash a device. This is just in my downloads. It's just gonna say, I can't even remember to be honest, hello or something. There we go. There we go. That's my original startup sketch. And there you go, you got your flashing, you got your advanced search function.